So the question is the king still the king?
Duh.
We'll see. Welcome back to another edition of Bourbon Kingdom. I'm David.
And I'm Zach.
And today we get to do what I always like to do, and that is review the king.
Some would say perfection.
Some would say perfection.
I would say you're correct.
I'm not sure. I've had one pour of the king. That's a whole story in and of itself. It's a really wild night. Happened to be after a holiday on the hill, and some crazy girl at the bar.
I remember the text messages now
at the bar
from you and Ron.
Everybody said it was Zach's sister for some reason. I'm not quite sure why, but she was.
The thing is, my sister literally doesn't live anywhere near Barstown.
She was a piece of work, but she did buy me a pour of King of Kentucky, so whatever.
Not the worst person.
Not the worst person in the world. Oh, by the way, check out my new Christmas gift. It's a Redwood Empire. Shout out to Redwood Empire. I love your sweatshirt. Got it as a Christmas gift. Just wanted to say that. First of all, I'm really excited about this.
Yeah. So, it's always such a tough battle because, I want to review Kings every year, but then, I know Kings are going to dominate for what I like on a palate.
Yeah.
At end of the year, so I kind of feel like I'm. How should I word this? I feel like I'm doing a disservice by doing that because they are so.
This is your flavor profile.
This is just perfectly what I want.
Yeah.
But it is a 16 years. First time they've done 16s, so
they've done an 18 once.
They did do an 18. We reviewed an 18.
We did review an 18, and actually the 15 was better than the 18.
15 was better than the 18. I agree. So
right away, I know you're talking about other things, but man, I just got a whiff of this. The fruit on this,
I know it's
is
wild.
crazy.
So really quick. This is obviously produced by Brown Forman. This is 132.8 proof. It's 16 years old. It is mash bill of 79 corn, 11% rye, 10% malted barley. MSRP is around $300. Might want to try closer to 4 to 16 to 18 to 1200.
What was this? 375 from where you got it?
I think it was actually cheaper than that. I think it was closer to
350.
320, 340.
340. That's honestly from the secret place that we don't talk about.
On this one, we can't.
On this one.
This is a bottle count.
But just shout out. We know you know us and we love you.
I know, and you're watching right now. We love you.
Yeah.
This is a bottle count of 96. So not one of the... I've actually been surprised on this year's Kings. They've actually been a little bit higher than what I would have thought they would have been.
Yeah.
Over 100, closer to 100. I would have thought they would have been 80 and lower.
Yeah.
But, what do I know?
Are there some that are a little bit lower, though?
Yeah, there are some that's significantly lower.
Yeah. But listen, first off on the nose, I think the fruit and even the brown sugar, there's a sugary note to that just really stand out on the nose. I enjoy the nose.
So I agree with the fruit.
You don't get that brown sugar? It could just be sugar. I just always assume brown sugar when I'm doing bourbon. So there's a little sweet. There's a little sweetness.
I think there's a ton of funky oak on this. It's a good thing, but there's a ton of oak on this.
Yeah.
That I normally don't get with a lot of Kings. I get a lot of charred oak.
Yeah.
But this is almost just a ton of rich oak on the nose.
I can understand that.
Smidge of ethanol.
Yeah. I just feel always on
I see the brown sugar too.
I feel like ethanol's always on these.
Yeah. And I see the brown sugar too.
Yeah. It's not it's overwhelming, but the fruit and then to me, like the brown sugar is right behind the fruit.
And there's a bunch of like talking about fruit. There's like a bunch of berries, like raspberries, strawberries, and then there's like a ton of just like chocolate and caramel drizzle over them.
Would be nice. That would be real nice. All right.
Also, just want to point out with the 16s, I thought I was going to absolutely hate the bronze that they've done with this. I don't hate it as much as what I thought they were going to.
I think it's about the same as what the 18 was.
Yeah, I didn't love the 18 on the labeling. I thought, I didn't love it like I thought I was going to. Actually, I think I like the bronze that they've done more. Now, assuming next year they do 17, I'm assuming that will be silver.
Just wait till they get to like 23.
Oh, stop. Stop. They won't do that.
They'll never do that.
Will they?
Well,
Put in the comments below what do you think the oldest age will do. I'm thinking 18.
Subscribe, turn on the notifications, do all that good stuff.
I'm thinking 18.
You think that's where they'll stop?
Hoping 18.
I think they'll try.
I own an 18. I own one of the shortest barrels of 18, so it would be nice if they did.
I think the good round number is 20, though.
Man, even with how sick I've been over the last couple of weeks, this is still phenomenal.
The dark fruit, I think, really shines through in that. There's an oakiness on it, too, that I like. I feel like it's kind of like I feel like Kings always do this, but Kings let you know that you're drinking them.
Yeah, that's true.
I always feel like the Kings make you feel like, I hope you like a high proof, in your face bourbon. Because if you don't drink this.
This gal's going to smack you no matter what.
Yeah, I'm going to smack you in the face. I feel like King always does that. And if you're not ready for it, I always feel like King can make you not like it if you're not used to, if you don't know what to expect with a King.
Yeah, like
I took it to just last year's King. I opened my last year's King at Christmas with my family, and my family are all they drink bourbon, but they don't drink high bourbon. Like they don't drink high proof bourbon.
Yeah.
High proof bourbon. And so I gave them all a pour of it. I said, if you put anything in this, I will punch you straight in the face. And so they didn't. They just drank it neat, and I could see on all of their faces they went like this. And I knew right away, I was like, they're not ready for this. And
oh my gosh, it's so good.
And that's the way King is. Like, if you're not ready for it, you can be overwhelmed by just its presence. I don't know what to even say besides that, is like its presence in your mouth will like...
I say this every year.
The grape, man. The grape on that.
There's a little bit of grape on there. I say this every year, though. King Kentucky is one of the best annual release products in bourbon. This holds up for this year. I said this last year where we were talking about with 18, where I thought maybe 18 was like pushing that limit with how far they could go. But I thought that 15 was reaching that sweet point, and I kind of feel the same thing about 16. That between that 15 and 16 year age range is that sweet point for Kings, and it's incredible. I mean,
do you feel like the 18 last year was, I always felt like kind of a money grab to me.
Well, I mean,
that's what it felt like to me. Like,
is it a money? But they didn't really grab for the money. I mean, how much was it last year retail? It was
the 18 year. What was
400 something?
Yeah,
it was like 400. Generations was 450. I mean, think about that for a second.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, what does Rabbit Hole produce every year? They produce $1,000 bottle.
Do they really produce a $1,000 bottle?
I mean, they put out a $1,000 bottle.
No, there's the difference.
Here's my point.
Yeah.
And put in the comments below too, how much are you willing to spend on a King if it was retail? Like, and be realistic. If you're somebody who doesn't want to spend more than $100, that's fine. But
this is not everybody's jam. That's the truth.
That's true.
Like, this is
That's
not
true.
everybody's jam. Like, some of you would rather drink the Wild Turkey because it's a little bit smoother, a little less in your face.
I
A little less.
I don't know if it's necessarily smoother, but it's
a little less
profile.
in your face. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this, like I said, King always lets you know that you're drinking it. There's some other ones that you don't always necessarily feel that.
I will say though, normally I get like a really nice like chocolate birthday cake note out of this. I do not get it out of this one. This one has a lot more darker fruits and a lot more oak with it.
It definitely has the darker fruit and the oak for sure. The finish is long. It's nice. It is, to me, from a finish standpoint, what you expect from a King in the finish. Like, it's long and just kind of stays with you. I think there's a spiciness to the back end of it. There's
a little bit of oak spice. I agree.
There's an oakiness to it that I like. Like, all in all, like, this is really, really good.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
I mean,
and this is not even one of the shorter barrels. This is one of the bigger barrels.
Well, and here's the
96.
other thing too. Like, when people talk, like, I'm fortunate I have a couple short barrels. I always say like that medium range of King is typically like that 2020, which is one of my favorite barrels that I've ever owned of King. That's at one of those medium ranges.
Yeah.
So, but man, it's like, I agree with you on the proof. Like, you can feel that proof on you, but it's not gas.
No,
like,
it's not gas.
not like just fire coming off of you, but you know you're drinking something proofy.
Yeah. It's full. It's like, it wants you to feel its presence. That, to me, like, it's all here. Like, everywhere in your chest. Like, you feel like it's unlike anything else. Like, if you have not tried a King, I urge you to try one at a bar somewhere. Spend the $75 to $100 that it's going to take for you to try it, just so you can kind of experience. Like, I know I want, like, it is like a thief breaking into your house and setting up shop, or a squatter. That's what it is. It's a squatter. It's a squatter who comes into your house and refuses to leave. That is King of Kentucky. Like, it just lets you know, like, I'm staying here and you can't do anything about it.
We're talking about such good with King and then squatters.
I'm just telling you, like, it's
here to stay.
Yeah, it is.
It's great. I would say, obviously, if you can get one, this is like one of those that you hold out for until the end of the year in hopes that you have a shot at it. This is what you can't pour in line. This is, what you hope to win in the lottery. This is what you hope to be if you're going to a bingo hall and you're going to do that and you just so happen to walk into a liquor barn 2 years ago. And
I said this year, like, honestly, I wasn't buying another bottle till I got this. And I broke that rule because there were too many bottles that came up that I was able to buy.
There was.
But I'm still disappointed that I did not get this. I'm happy that the channel got this, but I'm disappointed that it's not sitting on my shelf somewhere.
He'll drink half of it, so
I will. I'll drink several quarters of this for sure.
He'll be taking one of those big 4-ounce bottles home a bit later.
Yep. If I'm allowed to, I will. So
this will obviously be one of the top contenders for end of the year.
Yeah.
I will say it is really funny that this is a little off profile for a King, and I mean this like the best of ways, but it's so funny and unique that that's one of the single barrels that we actually review of, because they are all single barrels.
I do agree that this one happens to be a little off profile, but it still gives you like, it's still King in its essence.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And so
for sure,
it's a little from a flavor flavor profile. It is a little different, but from the nose to the finish, it is King in all ways. So,
agreed.
And it is a King because it is King. So
it is King.
All right. Well, till next time.
We'll see you.
We'll see you.